Okay, so hello, Carolyn. Carolyn Hicks. It's so great to see you here, and it's so lovely for you to come and have a chat today with me about your experiences on my 21-day Reboot and Reset program that we had. When did we do it? It started on the 24th of June, the latest one, and finished like middle of July. And I just think it was really interesting to talk to you about your experiences and how you felt and how the program was for you and what results that you've seen. Because I am going to be running another program, not quite sure of the date yet, but it's really interesting just to have a chat with you about it. So if we can just start by you just introducing yourself and just tell us a little bit about who you are and why you signed up for my program. What made you want to do that?
Okay. Well, hello, Alison. It's lovely to be here. So I'm Carolyn Hicks. I'm a 58-year-old post-menopausal woman who has gone through the alchemy of menopause without hormone replacement therapy because I wasn't suitable for it. And I have to say, it has been quite a challenging time. And I think now that I'm post-menopause, I wanted to join your program because I really wanted to improve my health. Now, I've been following you for a while on all social channels and seen some of your wonderful recipes and your podcasts and been really, really inspired by what you're doing to improve the health of menopausal women like me. So that's why I joined.
Oh, that's so nice to hear, and thank you for that. So okay, so you have seen what I've been doing and you signed up for the program, but how, like, before you started the actual program, how were you feeling? How were you feeling in yourself, like physically and mentally?
Well, I think, one of the things is I know what to do. I just don't know how to do it. That was the main thing. And before I started, I was feeling really, really low. I've had quite a challenging 3 years with looking after elderly parents, and noticed my motivation has been slipping gradually, and I've lost my mental clarity, lost my focus, been putting weight on and not being able to lose it. I've been trying to be good in the ways I thought, like going to the gym often and, eating things like protein bars or protein shakes and all those things that everybody says, oh, no, this is what you need to do. And feeling worse and worse. And really this past few months, it was the sort of start of the year when I lost my dad. I really slumped into and I was like, well, what's the point of trying anymore? Last year, I calorie counted for a whole 12 months, went to the gym for a minimum of 5 classes a week, did a lot of walking with my dogs, and struggled to lose any weight at all. I think my sum total of weight loss for the whole 12 months was 5 pounds. And I was like, I can't do that again. It was really, really difficult. And that was logging every bit of food and putting it into the Fitbit app and, trying to be meticulous about what I was consuming, but not really recognizing that the foods that I thought were working weren't doing anything to help me. So that's why I joined. I felt if I really put some focus into the 3 weeks, that I would hopefully start to feel better, most importantly mentally, but physically as well. Things like having heartburn all the time, feeling bloated, my clothes not fitting and being tight, this total lack of energy that was really dragging me down. And when you're tired, your mood is very low as well. So it was a whole host of reasons that I thought, I need to do something different. it's about doing something different.
Yeah, no, thank you for sharing that. It's really, you know, it sounds like you've been having a really tough time. So thank you. And so what were your goals when you started the course? Because obviously you didn't really, you started and you knew what it was about, but you didn't know everything about it. What were your actual goals, like health wise, when you started? How did you want to feel after 21 days?
I think what I wanted to feel was more positive about life. That was the main thing, rather than feeling that I was over the hill, as it were, and whatever I did wasn't going to work. I wanted to get that positivity and that zest for life back. I was hoping that I would lose a couple of pounds in the process, but it was really all about health. And probably one of the biggest drivers was that I've been gradually putting weight on. I'd put weight on really quickly in 2020, which I think many people had due to inactivity and a bit of comfort eating, you know, during that horrible time. And it was slowly creeping up even further. And I'd had some blood tests done by the doctor as part of my annual health check. And for 3 years on the trot, my cholesterol was increasing, and I was being asked to consider taking statins, which I don't want to do at all. So I said to the doctor that I would be making some real focus on achieving better health through nutrition, and hoping that my cholesterol would see those results. And I've got a further blood test booked in October to check my new bloods, if you like. So that was the main driver. It was about health, and it was about the blood work that I'd had done, which I was, you know, on the cusp of pre-diabetic. I think it was 40. I can't remember the exact figures, but it was just below where they start to question whether you should be doing something different. But the cholesterol was not in the healthy range. It was at 6.5.
Okay. Yeah, great. Thank you. No, that's really really interesting. So, okay, so we know why you wanted to do the program. So, can you describe your experiences? So, it's 21 days. So, well, there was a pre-week, wasn't there? So there was a just to get everyone prepared. Can you describe your experiences of the program throughout the 21 days? How did you find that experience?
I think when the pre-week started, I started feeling a bit nervous about it, because there was all these different foods that some of I've never heard of before, to be honest. And there was such a lot of new food. So I was starting to think, can I do this? I'm not much of a cook, and it was all fresh foods. But because I was committed, I spent that first week preparing, and I did a lot of trawling around the supermarkets and getting everything in that I needed. And I also, this is a bit of a confession, decided that week I was going to really blow out and just eat all the things I wanted, like cakes, biscuits.
The final week before that. Yeah.
the final blowout. I was going to really start at the worst possible place that I could.
Yeah.
So that's how I spent the pre-prep. The experience has been really, truly wonderful. I mean, it's not been just about what to eat, but it's been the fact that it's the support around it with all the other lovely women on the WhatsApp group that we've had, and the twice weekly Zooms, where you've very gently introduced new habits gradually. And I think if we, at the beginning, if you'd said, right, you need to do this, and this, it would have scared me completely, and I'd have been like, I just can't do all those things. But the gradual and the twice weekly Zooms and the continued support have meant that I've been able to do everything that you've suggested. And I know that it's not prescriptive. It's not you have to do these things. You choose what you can do and what you don't think you'll be able to. And I'll give you an example of caffeine, because because we talked about it, that I was very, very resistant to reducing my caffeine consumption.
You like your tea, don't you?
I like my tea too much. And, I was drinking probably 8 cups of tea a day and 2 or 3 coffees and absolutely no water, because I was drinking so much fluid that I didn't feel the need to continually drink water as well. But I've cut that by 2/3, I would say now. And I'm drinking 2 cups of tea in the morning and 1 cup of coffee. And then I'm having a decaf coffee, which I've noticed I don't even notice the difference. And then it's herbal tea all day and big glasses of water, especially after a meal. I have a glass of water after a meal, and also first thing in the morning, I keep a bottle of water by my bed and I drink that first. And it's little things like that that didn't seem doable that are totally doable. I was so resistant to reducing caffeine. I can't tell you how much.
It's a habit, isn't it? I mean, and that's really what I try to do in the program. It's about small things, just like drinking a little bit more water every day. And it's so true what you say, Carolyn. If it shouldn't feel overwhelming, it should just be these small little things that you put in place in your own pace, because it's difficult to change habits. It's really difficult. And you've done amazingly, but it's finding things that work, because we're all individual as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really interesting with habit change, which we spoke about, didn't we, on the program. And so just going back to you were saying that you weren't such well, you don't really like cooking, or you didn't like cooking. You didn't use these ingredients. How have you managed to embrace that with the meal plans and everything? How did you find the actual meal plans in the program?
Well, again, because I always thought that I just basically couldn't cook, didn't want to cook, didn't enjoy cooking. I thought, no, I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to follow the recipes and I'm going to see if I can do it. And what I've found is that I love cooking.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. That makes me so happy.
What I really like is the fact that the recipes are so simple to follow, and that the only time involved really is the chopping up of all the vegetables and the ingredients. And I can chop things. So if you can chop something up, you can do it. It's so easy. And what I also like is the fact that you don't have to follow the plan exactly. You can find things that you really, really enjoy and eat those. And I've found so many things that I enjoy. So I eat those. And there's other things that I don't particularly enjoy, like tofu, that I haven't eaten, but you can substitute that. You can substitute a different protein. And the other thing is having the leftovers available, because the recipes involved cooking more than you needed, so that the next day or the day after you could repeat that meal without having to cook. So but I'm sure many women are like me, with really busy lives, with work and with a social life and with parents to look after and all those things. It really fits in with my lifestyle. I really enjoy the cooking. I really love the recipes. And those are now staples in our house, some of those recipes.
Oh, it's all about I'm a big believer in realistic cooking. We haven't, like you say, nobody's got time to spend hours in the kitchen in the evening. So chop it all up, put it in a pan, put it either in a pan or in the oven, and that's it. Takes no time at all. Really easy and delicious food. So no, that's great. Great to hear that you like cooking now.
Yeah. And I love all the herbs and spices, they are going in everything, and it's just transforming my taste buds. I'm eating everything that I used to turn my nose up at, like aubergines.
Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you, Carolyn. So the big question is, how are you feeling now? So you've completed the 21-day program, which it finished around the middle of July, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
And now we're like August, we're the 9th of August. How did you feel when you finished the program, and how are you feeling now?
So I noticed really quickly that I was improving my health, because things like not having any brain fog, which has lingered even post-menopause, not as bad as it was during menopause, but it has lingered, and that's gone completely. I don't have any heartburn anymore, so I'm not taking any medication for heartburn, like none. I've lost a lot of bloating, so much that I've dropped 2 dress sizes nearly. I've certainly gone down 1, and my clothes are much looser. So I'm looking forward to having to buy new, smaller clothes. I'm very much looking forward to. I mean, this wasn't about weight loss for me. This was about health. But I have lost 12 pounds in 6 weeks. And that is incredible, considering in 12 months I only lost 5 or 6 pounds last year. So I've not been hungry once. I feel really alert. I feel really focused, so I can get things done. My mind feels sharper. I don't know, it's very difficult to describe, but I feel like I've got better clarity on things, on difficult things. And I'll give you a really good example. I was struggling with grief after the loss of my dad, and I've been able to focus on how to get through that grief and how to feel better about his loss. And of course, that's a lot, you know, time is a healer, but being able to think about him without, you know, crying or anything like that, and think about happy memories, it's unbelievable, you know. And this has been a really, really quick process to feel better. Like I say, it wasn't about weight loss, that's an added bonus, but I feel so well that I'm just continuing. This is a lifestyle choice for me now. I can't see any reason to go back to how I was. I've had no sugar cravings, I sleep better, my skin looks great. You know, the
shiny hair. I said to you when we came on today, how shiny your hair is.
Shiny hair, yes. I can't thank you enough for helping me to put in place what I knew these things. You know, I'm an intelligent woman. I know these things about eating better and water and sleeping better. But I think everything that we've done, and this includes the coaching sessions and things like brilliant Sarah, our psychotherapist, who came on to talk about habit forming, or the things we did about improving gut health through fermented foods. My gut health is really good, by the way. I won't talk about that, but you'll know what I mean. So it's all of it as a really rounded program. It's not focusing on weight loss, and I think that's what women tend to focus on. That's what they want to see. And things like protein shakes, I haven't had any of those. Protein bars, I haven't had any of those. I have got a sweet tooth. I've always had a sweet tooth, but what I'm having now is the raw fruit and nut bars that are quite small. And I like those chopped up into yogurt with a few nuts sprinkled on the top. I think that was a light bulb moment for me. This balance of different ways to do, you know, to put your food together, the balance of protein, healthy fats and carbohydrates, where before I'd been trying to avoid carbohydrates when I was trying to lose weight, and eating far more protein than I could possibly need, you know, but now, and also I eat quite a lot less meat, but now understanding that if I do want a piece of fruit, to put that with some nuts and perhaps a little bit of Greek yogurt for the balance. And it's really filling. So that was a massive light bulb moment, that I can have things if I want to. There's no ban on anything. I just don't want to. I don't want to have the chocolate and the cakes and the crisps and the chips and the pies and all those things. You know, when I'm
know how
hungry.
it makes you feel, don't you? I think when
Yeah.
you've done what you've done and you feel so much better, you don't want to go back to that.
No.
And that you associate that with the foods that you used to eat. So no, it's amazing what you've done. And I mean, it's all your hard work. Okay, I've been there, supported you and given you the knowledge that you need, but you're the one that's done all the hard work. So, you know, well done, really fantastic. And it makes me so happy to hear how you're feeling now. I mean, that's why I do what I do, you know, helping women thrive in this next phase, you know, the time post menopause, which is what you're in now. Is, you know, that's can be many years, and it's so important that we thrive. And if you think, you know, 21 days on the scale of your life is really nothing, is it? And throughout those 21 days it can really change and make you feel so much better. And you've been, you know, you've been doing this and following it after the 21 days, and you, like you say, it's going to be a lifestyle change for you forever. It's just,
Definitely.
it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So just to finish off here now, how, you know, what advice would you give to someone that would be considering joining my next reboot program?
Well, I'd say don't hesitate. You might be scared because change is scary sometimes. This is possibly, probably, definitely the most effective program that I've ever done about anything. You know, it hasn't involved going to the gym 100 times a week. It hasn't involved doing anything. It has involved doing everything different, but in a way that is completely doable. That's not a scary thing. That you're not doing it alone either. I think that's part of it. You know, you're doing it with our group of women has been so supportive to each other, and we continue to be so. And every step of the way you feel supported. So I wouldn't hesitate to highly recommend it to every woman who's going through the menopause or is pre-menopause. To be honest with you, I wish I'd done this pre-menopause like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, probably. Yeah, probably 8 years ago when it really started to affect me. And I basically can't recommend it highly enough. Just do it. That's what I'd say. Just do it. Try it for 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks out of your life. If you don't like it after 3 weeks, you don't have to continue. But if, like me, you feel like it's transforming your health, then it's a lifestyle that you can continue, because it is easy to do. There's so much to it that are lasting changes, that are simple to implement, and small habits that just have become the norm so quickly. So I would just say, do it. Got nothing to lose.
Thank you so much, Carolyn. It's lovely talking to you, and I really appreciate your time to tell us about your experience on my program. And you know, I'll look forward to seeing you again, because we have our support meetings every month now for 6 months, just to keep going and make sure that we're all keeping on track as a group. So thank you so much, and you know, I wish you all the best. You've done amazingly. And it just makes me so happy to hear that and to help you on your health journey. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Alison. It continues to be so brilliant. I can't tell you how thankful and grateful I am to you.
Oh, thank you.